Welcome to the Moon and Gemini podcast. I am your witch in residence, April Edwards. This is our astrology of the week, where we follow the movement of the sky and listen for what it's asking of us. Before we begin, a quick note. I will be traveling this week, so there won't be a separate deep dive episode on Pluto's retrograde in Aquarius. But we will touch on it here because it's an important shift, one that deserves awareness, even if we're holding it more simply. This week carries tension, but also integration. Fire pushes, earth resists, and something deeper begins to turn inward. Let's walk through it together. May 4th, we begin the week with expansion under pressure. Mars in Aries squares Jupiter in Cancer. Mars wants to act immediately, directly, without hesitation. Jupiter expands emotion, protection, and instinct. In a square, this can create the feeling of too much, too fast. You may notice impulsiveness, overreaction, or desire to move forward before fully considering the emotional impact. This is not inherently negative. There is energy here, drive, momentum, but it needs direction. The question is not just what do you want to do, but why are you doing it? Because Jupiter amplifies intention and Mars acts on it. May 5th, the mind meets depth. Mercury in Taurus forms a square to Pluto in Aquarius. This is a moment of intense thinking or intense conversation. Pluto brings what is hidden to the surface. Mercury tries to understand it. In Taurus, Mercury prefers stability, but Pluto does not allow things to remain comfortable. You may experience fixation on a thought or situation, conversations that feel heavy or revealing, or a possible need to confront something you would rather keep simple. This is not surface level awareness. This is depth. And while it may feel uncomfortable, it is also clarifying. Pluto does not expose without purpose. May 6th, Mercury softens. It forms a sextile to North Node. This is a moment where understanding aligns with direction. After the intensity of the previous day, something begins to make sense. A thought becomes clearer, a decision feels more grounded. You may notice a practical insight that helps you move forward, a conversation that opens a path, or a sense that you know what the next step is. This is subtle, but important. It's where clarity becomes usable. Also on the 6th, Pluto stations retrograde in Aquarius. This is a long-term shift. Not something you will feel all at once, but something that begins here. When Pluto stations, its energy intensifies. And when it turns retrograde, that intensity moves inward. Pluto in Aquarius is already working on the themes of collective systems, power within communities, technology and influence, and the structure of society itself. As it moves retrograde, the focus becomes more internal. This is where we begin to examine our role in systems, where we give our power away, and where we resist necessary change. On a personal level, this may feel like a subtle pull inward, a reassessment of your place in the collective, or an awareness of deeper motivations beneath your actions. This is not immediate transformation. This is the beginning of a deeper process, one that unfolds over time. May 10th. We close the week with support. The Sun in Taurus forms a sextile to Jupiter in Cancer. This is grounding and expansive at the same time. The Sun represents your sense of self. Jupiter brings growth. In Taurus and Cancer, both signs value security and nourishment. This is an opportunity for stability that supports growth, confidence that feels rooted rather than inflated, and a sense of emotional and physical alignment. After a week of tension and depth, this transit offers ease, not as an escape, but as reinforcement. A reminder that growth does not always have to feel difficult. This week moves through 3 phases: expansion, confrontation, integration. Mars and Jupiter push energy outward. Mercury and Pluto bring things into focus. Pluto's retrograde begins a deeper internal shift, and the Sun and Jupiter offer grounding and support. This is not a chaotic week. It is a meaningful one. One where what you do, think, and feel all begin to align if you allow them to. Now, how do we work with this energy? At the start of the week, pause before acting. Let intention catch up with impulse. Midweek, face what comes up. Don't avoid the deeper truth. As Pluto stations, notice what feels like it's turning inward, and you don't need to understand it all just yet. By the end of the week, receive the support that's available. Let yourself feel what is working. This week is not about forcing change. It's about recognizing it in your actions, in your thoughts, in your deeper motivations, and allowing that awareness to guide you forward, even slowly, even quietly. This work grows through word of mouth. If it's been meaningful to you, you can like, share, or subscribe. That's how it reaches the ones who need it.